Good morning, good afternoon. Well, it's morning. It's January 1st, 2023. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're in a brand new year. I don't know. I had to go back 2 months and see. Well, I had to go back and look at my last video, and it was 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? Just to see some of the things that, you know what I'm saying, I was saying, because I kind of want to keep it, updated, to let you guys know what's going on with me. When I told you last time the Lord blessed me, but that's because I work for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, one of the Lord's soldiers. You know what I'm saying? He sent me the orders, and I execute. The Lord has put me in a position to be in a position to talk to people, to spread knowledge and to give information and tell people the shit that everybody ain't walking around here telling you. So I feel like because I have the position that I have, and because I have access to so many people, it's my job to be the teacher. So I done started calling myself the knowledge plug. I don't know, if that'll take, I'm still spitballing, getting names together, because, I got some important things that I want to talk about. I want to talk about the state of black people. I want to talk about the stuff that we really focus on. I want to talk about what we should be focusing on. And I want to talk about making some money. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Before I get all beside myself, let me give my shout outs. Because, last time it was Dr. Claude Anderson and Dr. Boyce Watkins. You know what I'm saying? I love them. This time, I had to write them down to see, who in the last 2 months, then really touched, touched on, touched and added upon, what I've been trying to accomplish, what I've been trying to do, add to my repertoire, add to my toolbox. So I'm going to let you guys know, I've added to my toolbox the Wall Street Trapper. Now, the Wall Street Trapper, he tough money. Not only is he a black man, that's been in prison. He a black man out of prison getting that money in the stock market. I had these thoughts in my head, and then I saw him, and, he like solidified the thoughts, because once I saw him, I was like, damn, there go a brother thinking just like me, and clearly ahead of me, clearly in front, because shit, I'm looking at him. He ain't looking at me, I'm looking at him. So looking at him, talk and give it up, for the stocks and how you should be moving and whatnot. It let me know. It let me know something, because bro pretty much by himself activating the people. He talk about the stocks. He talking about how to get the money. He talk about everything, and ain't nobody hearing him though. I don't know if they think he playing or bullshitting or whatever. Don't nobody want to roll the dice to see if it's real or whatnot. But the man don't struggle at all. Getting the message out, he don't struggle at none of that. But I don't know. You know how us black people is, we got a hard time listening and learning. So I kind of want to open that thing up. I kind of want to work with the Wall Street Trapper. I kind of want to be, just like him. And get the message out and get the word out and let people know that, hey, you throwing rocks at the prison, taking penitentiary chances and shit. Fucking around on the streets, scamming, finessing, jigging and whatever. Selling this, that, and the third or whatever. A whole bunch of illegal activities, when there's legal activities that'll pay you all the money you need. You can sleep good at night. Your mama ain't got to worry about you. Ain't nobody got to get bond money together, and you can live a relatively happy life. They say money don't buy happiness, but it damn sure help when you looking for that shit. Believe that. Money helps. And to make money legally and to make enough money to sustain you, it should be the life goal of every person walking this earth. And like I always say, especially this skin I'm in, we spend too much time focusing on bullshit. We focused on looking better than that motherfucker, having more than that motherfucker, You know what I'm saying? But not actually doing what we need to do to actually have the more. You know what I'm saying? Fuck looking like it. You know what I'm saying? Because like an onion, when somebody peel back your layers and shit, they see that you ain't what you say you is. You know what I'm saying? So all that talking and showing and wearing little clothes and this, that, and the third, nah. You know what I'm saying? My suggestion, don't invest in that shit until you, like an onion, your fucking other layers are together. You know what I'm saying? You got your basics together and you're a little bit past your basics. You slam bam into your advanced shit. So the Wall Street Trapper, you know what I'm saying? He's good for that pocketbook, yo. He good for that money. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know about the stock market, hell, you know what I'm saying? My primary financial vehicle is the stock market. So that's the aspect that I'm giving up. So I'm pretty much talking the same thing he talking. So we both talking about getting your money up. So if you want to get your money up, you ain't never knew how to get your money up. You always been scared to try to get your money up. Ain't nobody never tell you how or where you should be going to get your money up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. I started the video saying that's why the Lord sent me. God sent me to, number one, read the books, get the information, and bring it back to you guys. I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem. I read all the books. I get all the knowledge, and I bring it back. I run that shit back like Emmett Smith. And the reason why I run it back is I'm like everybody else that ever tried to help somebody. They always got the same thing to say. They say, if I can help just one, if I can give it to just one, if one person will just fuck with me, if one person will believe what I'm saying, if one person will just understand, because I also want people to understand I don't come from a place of malice. I don't come from a place of trying to get over and greed. I honestly believe that financial literacy is key. Everybody can get money. The problem with people and us and black people is keeping the money. You know what I'm saying? We got a problem doing what we need to do to make sure we're financially stable. So we're running around from pillar to post. And I try to tell people, you know what I'm saying, it's not really our fault. Because if you take a dog and you put it in a cage and you poke that shit for 400 years, that dog gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's essentially black people, you know what I'm saying, with slavery and everything that we've gone through, you know what I'm saying, over the years. But never mind all that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can acknowledge the fact that happened to you, but to get marred down in that, to lay in that, to feel like, yo, that's the reason why you're not gonna do anything, that's flawed thinking. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to help you. No one's coming to give you anything. You know what I'm saying? Government assistance ain't really what it's cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying? That's a smoke and mirror show too. So you really need to be a little bit smarter and try to work on things to help yourself. The next person I want to acknowledge is Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, the writer of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book right here, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he wrote The Cash Flow Quadrant. Boy, I tell you, reading these books, I didn't realize how dumb I was. And that doesn't make me feel bad. It just makes me feel like, damn, I wish I would have had, I wish I would have had this stuff 10, 20, 30 years ago, but who knows if I would have been ready to accept it 10, 20, 30 years ago. They say, I think it was Confucius, I believe, when you're ready for a teacher, he'll appear. Meaning, if you're not ready for the knowledge, you may be all around it, bump up against it, sleep right beside it, and it don't mean shit to you because you're not in that space to utilize it. Once you get into that space to utilize the knowledge, now you need to go get it. Mr. Kiyosaki got the knowledge, folks. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know how to get your pockets together, if you want to know why you're having so many issues, if you want to know why you can't seem to make it from the aspect of working a job, if you want to know why I look so good on the rich side and why I look so bad on your side, if you want to know the answer to these questions, this is the first book to start with. I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? This book will break it down like a shotgun. Mr. Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Best thing I can't explain how this book, if you're a thinker, if you have the ability to critically think, if you can read this book, if you can read this book and then lay it down on top of your own life, if you can do that, if you can do that and don't come away a brand new person, something wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. You ain't even thinking right. If you read this book and don't change shit around, you ain't thinking right. So the next acknowledgement is for another book, The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon is another influential book. The book ain't nothing but I think it's like 70 pages, but the book is it's like that. I'm on a quest to be the best me I can be. So that means working on myself and working on what I put into my toolbox. This is how you get the tools. This is the training manual to put the tools in the toolbox. Once you get the tools in the toolbox, you can go to work per se. And all of that's analogy for you become what you think about. If you want to be your best self, study how to become your best self and then actively work on becoming your best self. And therefore, you'll become your best self. I just read it in his book. It's be, do, have. First, you got to change your mindset to be a different person. Then, once you change your mindset, you got to do different shit. After you change your mindset and be a different person and do different shit, you'll have different shit. If everybody broke around you, that should tell you right there you ain't got no business doing what the fuck they doing. Do what they ain't doing so you can have what they don't have, some damn money. Listen, I'm not bigger, badder, better, smarter, more knowledgeable than anyone. I do know how to go get the knowledge. I do know what questions to ask myself to make me go get the knowledge. So I do think I'm smart in that regard. As far as being smarter than anybody, no, because books is like $5 and $10. They don't even cost that damn much. So if you're not actively trying to get no knowledge, that's your fault, not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a smart motherfucker because I know how to go buy a book, sit down and read that joint. But, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody ain't got time to read a book. Everybody ain't set up to read a book. ADHD, some of you slow in the motherfucker. So that's cool. That's fine. I will read the books and come tell you the shit. Now, the problem with me reading the books and telling you the shit is, you got to take my word for it. Now, that's the problem with getting advice and opinions from other people. You got to generally take their word for it if you're too lazy to put in the work. So I suggest financial literacy. I suggest a little education for everybody so you don't have to fall victim to what someone tell you. Because someone that can tell you anything and know that you have to listen to it because you don't know, they run all types of games on you. If they're unscrupulous and they don't have a good reputation about things, they're going to fuck with you. They're going to play with you. I've been talking to people and telling them lately that's the problem with NBA players and NFL players, and that's how they go broke. You know what I'm saying? The rigmarole in the day-to-day of just being an NBA player and an NFL player is taxing. You got to do what you need to do. So what do? In your life, in your secondary life, you turn over jobs, you turn over tasks, including managing your money. Because not only is money something that takes a little bit of time to figure out how to work with, you don't really have that time. You got to go practice. You got to go hoop. You got to go ball or whatever. And it's boring work. You know what I'm saying? If everybody, you know what I'm saying? If studying finance and money and economics was wonderful, they'd be making movies in Hollywood about it. They ain't. The reason why, the only time they talk about the stock market is when they making it look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the Wolf of Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? And all that type shit. Wall Street with Michael Douglas and shit, both good ass movies. The Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort, that's my man's. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta look past that shit. You know what I'm saying? Wall Street Trapper said, if he says it all the time, Wall Street look like us. You know what I'm saying? And when he say that, he not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, talking about just black people, but he's talking about black people, young people, different people. What he means is Wall Street's different now. Wall Street don't just look like the white man on a Monopoly box. Wall Street ain't just, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of people, white folks making all the money and can't nobody else make no money. You know what I'm saying? Wall Street is wide open. The stock market is wide open. All you got to do is get a sufficient enough amount of knowledge and you can make money because it's right there for everybody to make money. All you got to do is stop being scared. All you got to do is start changing a little bit of the shit in your life, you know what I'm saying, that keeps you from doing certain things. You adjust a few things in your life, tweak a few things in your life, and you'll be able to do a few things. You also need to tweak that understanding too, because I already told you that goddamn slow class is real. Some of y'all, Lord Jesus, you know what I'm saying, they try to put me in a slow class, but fuck that, you know what I'm saying, shit, ain't shit slow about me. But anyway, this video right here is just to say Happy New Year's to everybody. Just give my little shout outs to the people that have really influenced the last 2 months of my life and got me on my shit. Nobody works for God. Is God. No, listen, God is the leader. He's everything. I don't do anything without God. Every inspiration and intuition that I get comes from God. I just act on it. I told you, I'm like an agent of God. You know what I'm saying? When God tell me to do something, I get at that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem telling people how good God is. I don't have any problem telling people how God turned my life around. I don't have any problem telling people about the testimony. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I am. From then to now, I ain't nothing but a testimony. You know what I'm saying? Everything I done went through then till everything I do now, testimony. Everything I had then to everything I have now, testimony. Everything is testimony to the grace of God. I'd be nothing without him. I'd be nothing without acknowledging him. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. You know what I'm saying? I kind of live my life now like a chicken because he is my father. You know what I'm saying? And I try not to upset my father. I try to make my father happy. I try to speak on his name and, you know what I'm saying, do what he want me to do and be an upright type son and be a upward mobility having motherfucker and do what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Lord know I got a mouth, but he also know that my mouth is needed to talk to some of you heathens out here. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? The optimal question is, are you? I'm coming with more videos. Like I said, I'll be coming with the stock videos, not just stocks, because there's more shit out there than just stocks. There's a whole lot of money plays out there. Y'all just don't be knowing. Y'all busy trying to scam and take somebody goddamn social security number, some shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to live God like and the right way. Calm a motherfucker. That's why I don't understand how people do so much crazy shit to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally scared to do something to somebody because that shit comes back on that ass. So I don't want to do anything wrong to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm going to come, you know what I'm saying, and I'm going to break down the different money plays, you know what I'm saying, because it ain't just the stock market. Man, the stock market, listen, you can go to the stock market and play the stock market a ton of different ways. You can play the stock markets just looking for your goddamn stock to go up and down in price. You can play the stock market, you know what I'm saying, just on options. You can play the stock market just on margins. You can play the stock market on motherfucking derivatives and shit. Listen, it's like the stock market for real is like a carnival. You can go in that motherfucker, play 4-5 different games. You play a basketball game, you shoot a little water game, you play whack-a-mole and shit. You can play everything at the goddamn stock market. But you can't play a goddamn thing if you don't know the rules. Like chess. You can't play no goddamn chess if you don't even know the fucking rules, how the pieces move. So the first thing you need to do is get the education. You need to get the knowledge so you know how to play the game. And then you get your dumb ass in there playing the game, put some skin in the game. Then you play long enough, you'll get good, because that's called experience. See, you get the knowledge, then you get the experience, then you get to where you want to be. That's what I'm talking about. So listen, you know what I'm saying? Not only am I talking stock market shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm learning too. I ain't no damn Warren Buffett. I ain't no Charlie Munger or no shit like that. I'm a pro-black motherfucker in the ghetto too. Y'all see my motherfucking ceiling? You know what I'm saying? I'm in the motherfucking hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm knee deep in the trenches. I'm the motherfucking young partner off of Virginia, yo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bullshitting, but one thing about that shit, you can live in a park. Don't let that park live inside of you. You know what I'm saying? For real, you should always see bigger and better inside yourself. You should always know, you know what I'm saying, that you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. It is no longer relevant that you got to play basketball or goddamn sell dope to get out the hood. You can totally get out the hood, you know what I'm saying, with other means, especially now in the information age with the way technology moves. It's too much information at your fingertips. Anybody that wants to be something can. You become what you think about. People worrying me to death. They don't want me to shoot my fucking video. So with that, I'm off from the house. I'm off. Oh, and I gotta show you my blanket before I go. That shit butter, ain't it? All right, I'm gone.